seems to place down like a vial of some type, and a few like gems on either side of it. You see he's taking his hands off from you, and he's kind of hovering out above all these objects. He mutters a lot more words in this language. You can kind of feel like a glow come from him. You can see the items underneath his hands kind of all become just a light. They all kind of like melt into just an orb of light as he brings it up to in line with your face. Like the light follows him, and he just kind of touches your head. Your eyes can see. It feels very weird and awkward. It's like the entire world's just gone brighter all of a sudden. When you look at the cleric, you can see just a massive amount of light coming from him. It seems like it's a nice warmth light, a caring light, beautiful light. What would you like to do?
I'd like to look at the amulets that are laying on the table.
Yep. You look at the amulets. The amulets themselves, the entire amulet seems to be letting off like a weird black smoke coming from them. It's like it's just dissipating as it like goes about 20 centimeters off it. It looks eerie and dangerous.
Okay. I guess I'll turn to the cleric and say, so it should be safe for me to touch these now?
I wouldn't say entirely safe, but I should say that I will be here to help if anything goes bad.
Okay. Well, I will grab... which one do I want to grab? Maybe I should just grab one in each hand.
It just falls in.
Bring it on!
I'd say do the smaller one first.
Yeah, I'll grab the less dangerous looking one.
Alright. So you grab the one that you've already touched before. You grab it. You hear the voices once again. You have returned. So you're going to wear me this time. They seem to be a little bit fainter than what they were before. As you're holding it, you kind of feel like your conscious and mind is starting to drift like into the amulet. You appear to have kind of planar transported just your mind, and you're seeing you're seeing into a cave. From what you can notice, it's very dark. You can kind of, with your low vision, it's still kind of working here.
Yeah.
You can tell that the entire walls of this cave is also oozing that black magic, that black smoke coming down from it. You appear in front of you. There appears to be a large black crystal that is oozing this black smoke a lot. It appears to be coming about 2 meters off from it. On the other side of this crystal, you see a figure, a quite big figure. You can see its eyes. You can see that it too is also got the same sort of black smoke coming from it. From what you can discern, it's actually got a claw holding on to the stone. And it starts to move, and it starts to move over. You can't really... As it starts to kind of go over, it's now talking to you. It's a lot louder in what it says.
Yeah.
It's, ooh, tricky boy. You've managed
And while this is all...
see me. Interesting. You're in the town with the man of lies and the man of darkness. Interesting. You killed Edric, the mayor. What a precious little specimen he was. Quite powerful, not very wise. How are you here?
That is not of your concern. What do you want?
What do I want? Followers. Everything. The world.
Don't ask for much,
No.
do you?
Oh. This world is ripe for the picking for me. It will
I
be
think
mine.
the world you're in is just fine.
And I'm not hearing any of this, am I? I'm just kind of standing here going,
No.
wow, these guys are spacing
No.
the fuck out.
The rest of you guys are kind of, you see Miller, he's touched it, he's holding on to it, he has the same kind of like glaze to his eyes. Then what you guys, what you guys saw of Cassian before. He's not moving. You can see the cleric is watching you, watching his corpse not his corpse, his body very closely. He doesn't seem to have any concern on his face. He seems to be able to. He thinks it's going fine.
Cool.
Okay. So yeah. What if I were to tell you that you're not going to get your followers or everything?
You may have put a thorn in my side, but I know there is darkness rising elsewhere that is working against you. And you think you have me, you have nothing. With this, I'll get you to make your first wills.
Oh, whoa. Shit.
Yes.
Nice. You feel a
Oh.
dark box instantly come from the creature as it waves straight over you. You feel like you feel your body back in the real world. It feels like it's getting that weird tingling feeling down its back of your neck, as you would when you get like a little bit scared. But nothing seems to affect you. It's like, you're a resilient one, aren't you? He seems to bring.
I do try.
I'd just like to point out, my will bonus is only 4, so I'd probably be fucked in that situation.
Well, mine was 3, so you would have jumped out of me.
Like, really now, you control the soul and the amulet.
I sort of went into this half cocked. I don't really know what to ask him.
Ask him important things.
Yeah, important stuff. How do I kill you?
What's your one weakness?
Oh, silly orc, you think I will divulge that sort of information? He kind of, you can see that he seems to be kind of creeping up closer to you. As you guys are having your conversation.
Okay, well, I'll ask him.
Try and figure out where you are.
Yeah, well, I'm just sort of... Oh, yeah. Where am I? Where is this?
Dude, tell me your shit.
He giggles at you again. He goes, "Do you think I'll tell you where my lair is?" Silly orc, silly orc.
Well, it doesn't appear to be in...
You don't seem to estimate how long his grasp is, and he takes a swipe at you. Can I get you to take another will save?
Yeah, nice.
Ooh,
It's a bit low.
that's fine. You feel the claws, like the entire like hand, arms go straight through you. You still feel a little bit like the tingling feelings back again, but it doesn't seem to have affected you. He kind of puts his paw down in frustration. Because your soul will be mine.
Mike's just like standing in front of this dude saying nothing, and he's just attacking him. He's like, "What are you gonna do, bro?" Try and fuck with his stone.
Yeah, am I like armed right now?
You have you have everything that you would have in the physical, like in the real world. So you look exactly the same. So yes, you would have your axe.
Okay. And my axe. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna try and hit his jewel with my axe.
Hit him in the jewels.
Okay. Alright, so you take out your axe, you swing your axe down onto the jewel. You bounce back out of the crystal, all the way back, all the way through. You're back in your own body. You kind of seem to be all like thrown onto the floor. The jewel that you're holding, it essentially breaks out of your hand, like forces, like pushes you away, and the amulet shatters into essentially dust in front of everyone.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Oh, we got a second one to try if you want.
Round 2.
The effect is still lasting, so you could.
Yeah. Okay.
The cleric goes, "What did you find out? What happened? Why are you back so soon?"
There is a large beast, as best as I can see, a black dragon. He seems hell-bent on taking control of not just the town, but this entire realm. I couldn't make much out of where I was. It was very dark. He had a very large, dark crystal that just seemed to be oozing dark energy. He wouldn't tell me where we were or even what his name was. Not that I asked, but they don't know that. I'm happy to go back in, but first of all, I need to talk to you guys about what exactly do we want to know? What exactly do we need to know?
So the beings seem uncooperative, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah. I forgot that part. He did try and take over my mind, and then he tried to hit me. And then I hit his magic crystal thing with my axe, and then I just bounced out, and now I'm here.
Well, maybe... it's hard to say because I wasn't there, but can we trick him somehow to... We basically just need to find out where he is at the moment.
The cleric answers you the other question. Did you try looking around while you were there to see if you could see any other details?
I didn't walk around. I was in a conversation with a giant black dragon. But all I know that I was in a cave. It was all very dark. I couldn't see much at all.
Well, we have about 5 minutes for this spell to continue, so I maybe try again.
I wonder if you could go in and then just ignore him and walk around.
Yeah, I might give that a crack because I don't think talking to him is going to get us anywhere. To be perfectly honest, unless we're like super devious, and I just don't have the willpower for that. Well, I don't have the intelligence for that. I'm very wise. I'm just not very intelligent.
I feel like your willpower would be enough for you to exert control over the dragon.
Just go in
there. Good roll. Like, you should have told him, like, don't tell me what to do. And just,
I'll tell you what to do, Mr. Dragon Pants.
Yeah, you should just slow that shit back.
Dragon Pants.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try that, but I don't know if you have any spells that will do such shit.
I just mean, like, with shit willpower.
The cleric kind of giggles and goes, "You're trying to mind control a dragon? How stupid can you be?"
I'm not trying to mind control a dragon. But what I'll do.
Yes.
Well, I'm talking about this with the people I'm with. I'll go back in, and I'll walk around and see if I can find my way out of the cave and see if I can identify where I am.
Cool. Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do. Just quickly, are there any major cave networks like near this town? Talking to the cleric.
Cave networks.
Obviously, that would have very large caverns for something like a large black dragon to live in.
I haven't really ventured into the immediate area. There's a fair amount of hillsides area around here. I know when you go through the swamp area, like the swamps to the east, there's a fair amount of mountain ranges that you kind of small mountain ranges that you have to kind of go through. There could be caves there.
That sounds about right. Swamps, then mountains. Perfect.
But they're the forest to west as well. It's pretty big. Not all of it has been explored. A lot of the maps are incomplete. We know that some of the maps don't even show that there is a mountain, let alone the castle that's out that way as well. And so it could be that could be somewhere west. And northwest, we know that there is a elven city up there. They could be hiding in there.
Okay, because what I can do is, if I can find my way out of the cave, I can leave an arcane mark on the entrance to the cave, which is a permanent rune.
Hey, Malak,
Yeah.
before you... Well, I'll give this to you anyways. I just hand him a potion and I say, drink that when you're... Oh, actually, is that going to work? Because you're not technically there. Or are you? Shit.
We don't know. It sure felt like I was there.
Yeah, but you had your items on you. I don't know if this is going to work, but if it does, here's a potion. See if you can drink that when you're in there.
What will it do?
Just trust me. Trust me.
Are we teammates here? Why won't you tell me what it does?
Yeah, we're teammates. Don't you trust me?
The cleric kind of clears his
but you're
throat.
being unusually coy.
The cleric clears his throat and says, "I think we're running out of time. You have 3 minutes left."
Okay, alright, no worries. Give me the potion. I swipe the potion, I grab the thing, the pendant in the other hand.
Alright, trust me.
Cool.
It'll be good.
Okay.
It'll be a real trip.
I don't have polymorph or anything like that.
Just turn me into a rabbit.
I am gonna have to pause it right here because I need to ask some questions of somebody.
Is that me?
Okay.
Yes, it is you. Alright, so you've grabbed the potion from him. You've instantly turned around to the table, which will have the amulet on it. Are you going to delve in and grab it, or...?
Yeah, I've got my plan. I'm gonna grab it, and then I'm gonna try and explore this world, and I'm just gonna pretty much ignore the dragon, hopefully.
As soon as you grab this, you feel that this one is a lot more powerful than the other amulet you'd grabbed. And I'm going to get you to roll a will save straight away.
Uh-oh.
Oh, maybe that was just like an underling that you spoke with.
Come on, I'm getting plus 14. I roll a 5 and a 4.
That's alright. So you feel that the tense from this one is, not like the other amulet. The other amulet is like the pressure on your mind. You didn't really feel last time. This time you feel it. You feel that this might not be something that you can get out of, and you're whisked straight back through into the cave that you're in, greeted by now a form that's the dark shadows that were coming around it have seemed to that they're less. even the stone seems to be animating less dark. Like it seems like the surroundings are becoming clearer. It seems like the channel of this one is a lot stronger, which makes your vision be a lot more detailed. You can now tell that the creature that you were talking to is indeed a dragon. This time though, like his eyes, you can see that they are like a dragon, like a kind of like a cat's eye. But they're red. Like the colors where you would normally see like colors of cat's eyes, these are glowing red. It seems like you couldn't really tell that before. You just kind of seemed like you could tell that there was lights there, but you couldn't really differentiate too much color. There was too much of this smoke around. He greets you. You're back.
So I'm just gonna basically ignore him and swig this potion.
Yep.
So he's
All right.
He's allowed to or not?
Yeah, does it do anything?
You have the potion with you, you uncork it, you swig, it seems like something comes out of it, but nothing changes within you. Whatever was given to you, it seems like the contents of the effect, whatever it is, hasn't transponded with your soul. So it's like what you drunk seems to be like a soul version of it, like just a vision version of you taking a potion, not actually taking the potion.
Okay.
I thought that'd be the case.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. All good. So I just want to look around. So, like, I'm inside a cave, right?
What you thought was just a cave before doesn't seem to be so now. You see that although it looks like it has the makings of a cave, the walls seem to be man-made to some degree. It seems like they opened up the walls on either side of whatever this is, and you can see that it seems to be shaped in a way, and it seems like there's a wooden beam holding the roof up, like in the middle of this room. Are you looking all the way around?
Yeah, as much as I'm basically looking for a doorway out. So yeah,
Sure.
I'll just keep
Can you roll a
scanning the room.
Can you roll a perception check?
Sure can. What do I get to my perception? Oh, come on.
Cool. Alright. So as you've turned around to get more of an idea of what this room is, you notice that it is a lot bigger than what you thought it would have been. You're not in a small cave, you're in a massive cave. Even with your dark vision, you can't see the end of this cave. It seems like you're at what you would say like a rear of a cave, and there's a lot going ahead. I think your dark vision goes for about 60 foot.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can see that at the 60-foot mark, it's a lot darker, and it just kind of goes to darkness. Whatever this is, it's something big. So wherever this is hidden, it has to be in somewhere big or deep underground. You notice more now that, like, because there is a light emanating from behind the dragon now.
Okay.
But you can't really see what it is. But wherever you are, yeah, this room is huge. You can see along the floor that dark crystal that he was holding on to isn't the only one. It seems like this, whatever this place is littered with them. Big, dark, black crystals. At your kind of like a glance cloud, as you're looking around, you probably think there's about 30 scattered all the way along the floor. As you got your back turned to the dragon, he goes, "Are you trying to figure out where you are, silly little orc? And I will get you to make another will save."
Okay. Let's hope for a good roll this time.
Yeah, don't die, man.
That's better.
Nice. That dark pulse that you felt before, you feel it going flying out from like touching your back. although like you felt last time and it didn't seem to affect you, this time it does. You still feel that tingling spine down what you think is down in your your real body. You notice that your vision body, where you are, you kind of get nearly knocked over to the point that you're actually you nearly fell over from this dark wave. And he goes, "You're connected better with me. You've grabbed his amulets. You will be mine before you get to go back, foolish child." And you start hearing footsteps behind you.
Okay. Wait, so I've got my back to him, so footsteps coming from his direction, yeah?
Yes.
And when you say footsteps, do you mean like big-ass black dragon footsteps, or like a person's footsteps?
Big-ass black dragon footsteps.
Okay.
It's like boom, boom, boom.
Alright.
You realize that you're probably... you seem to have transpired probably a little bit further away from him than what you did before. But you are still a great... You've probably got a few seconds to think quick.
Right. Okay. I don't like this at all. Give me a sec to look at my spells and see if there's anything remotely useful. I'm not sure if I can even use spells right now, but... let's have a look. Yeah, nah, nothing really useful
Feeling
there,
that,
so...
yeah, you might not be able to use them here.
Yeah, but, I will turn around to face him.
Yep.
Now, okay, so obviously he's pretty massive. Like, how big are we talking? Are we talking like he's like 15 feet wide, or are we talking like, he's like 30 feet wide, or...
Do you want to turn around and perceive this?
Yes, I want to turn around and have a look at my adversary.
Nice.
Perception check?
Yes, please. It's going to be a perception check, and can you do nature checks?
I can, but not well. I've got knowledge
Can you do
nature,
both,
but no
please?
ranks in it, so it's a negative
Can you
2,
do
but
both?
I'll give it a roll.
Yeah.
There you go. Pretty average for both.
Well, that's for your perception. Can you, for your nature, can you roll your perception as well?
Oh no, that was both of them, so 12 for both.
Oh, 12 for both. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Cool.
So yeah,
Alright.
yeah. 5 plus 7 and 14 take 2, yeah.
Alright, cool. You perceive, yes, he is big. He's probably 2 meters, maybe 3 meters wide. How long he is, you kind of can't really tell too much due to the darkness and the light affecting with your dark vision a little bit. And he seems to be moving a little bit. But yeah, he's about 2 meters wide with his wings tucked in. You can now tell the wings that he actually has the 2 massive wings attached to him. You kind of notice that there is a small scar on his face. Not terribly big, just a small one. Can't really tell as to what caused it or anything like that. In regards to knowledge of dragons, unfortunately nothing's coming to mind as to how old you think he might be, or what actual type of dragon he is, whether or not he actually is a black dragon or something else.
Yeah.
You just seem to not know, or nothing's coming to mind in the state that you are of what sort of dragon he is. But you are now looking at him, and he is pretty much at your face now. And
He's all up in my face.
And he's going for another claw attack. So can I get you to make a will save?
Oh, spaghettios.
Yeah, nice.
Cool. So, much like before, like, you feel like his hand has just gone, like, through you, This time it still drags your body. You have to forcibly step to the side as it comes through. Like it's like just dragging your spirit through. You still seem to be on this plane of resistance, and you're not knocked out or knocked down. He giggles at you again. He goes, "You really are a resilient one. How is this the case? Who's helping?"
I'll say yes, I fucking am, and do an intimidate check.
Cool. While this is taking place, the people in the real world, not in the real world, but back at the chapel, your 3 minutes have gone by, and the cleric kind of turns to you and goes, "He should have been back by now.
Oh,
This isn't good."
Suggestions?
Uh-oh!
I wasn't expecting this. The true spell should have made him emerge back. Like, it's only meant to be lasting for this long. I'm not powerful enough to hold this open. I don't know what's going on here or why this is happening.
You don't happen to have another one of those spells prepared, do you?
It's not just preparing. The ingredients they had to use for this, I don't have copies of, and there's nowhere in town. This was a one-time spell only.
Leon Tholis, you know a bit about magic. Anything you could do to help? Guess we don't have him. Hold on. He's muted. He's muted. Dem audio problems. What the fuck?
I've been listening the whole time. Damn it. Yeah, so what's happening to him, do we?
What?
What? Are you sure you were listening? I just asked you a question.
Like, yeah, like we don't, like, our characters don't know what's happening to him, do we? He's just lying there twitching.
No, what? You clearly were not listening. So, the cleric... The cleric has advised that the spell should have ended and that he should be back now. Yeah. Cassian has asked, do you know of this sort of magic?
Yeah, or anything you could do to help.
What magic can I use? I'm probably not anything prepared. Spell-wise, I'm a combat specialist.
I would probably ask you to make an Arcana check. To see if you know
I'd use my Arcana.
anything as to how this could be happening.
Yeah.
You can use spellcraft to identify this. Oh, well, I suppose that wouldn't help, sorry.
Yay!
Cool. Alright, so you know that this is divine magic. This is not in any of the schools you know. In regards to what's going on, you have heard of divine magic lasting longer if a deity was to command the spell longer. Whether or not you think this is taking place, you have no idea. It's just a theory that you have heard of from your time at the university. You also have heard that it could be the cleric could be lying, and that he might have more power than what he sees. You do know that a lot of their communication does come from communing with their spirits, and you do know that this was a touch spell that he used, and the duration of this spell is undefined, only because you don't really know of how to check for this sort of spell, and whether or not he doesn't have to concentrate on it. It is like a one-touch go, so he could definitely be lying to you right now. That's really about it that comes to mind from you, as to the nature of what could be going on in regards to spell wise. Because you really haven't. You would have had no need of.
I'm not a practitioner of divine magic. Yeah, I'm not a practitioner of divine magic or anything. It's all theoretical. So what I say to what's his face?
Me?
Cassian or Michael?
Yeah, Cassian. Is that I'm just like, from what I understand, either this guy's lying and he's much more powerful than he says he is, or that amulet is much more powerful than we think it is.
Well, if it's just been 3 minutes, should we give him some more time, just in case it's of his own doing?
This is what I wonder, because what if it's whatever's on the other end? If it's the dragon.
He doesn't
That
look
dragon is
physically
more
distressed, does he? Like, he's just glazing, isn't he?
Yeah, his body really hasn't changed.
Yeah, I mean, he might still be trying to find the exit. If he's trying to find the exit to the cave or whatever, he could just be still finding his way.
I say we give him another minute just in case, and if he's still not back by then, we'll hit the amulet out of his hand if we can.
Cool. Back to you, Malak.
Would I know if there is any kind of risk of trapping him there if we destroy the amulet? Like disconnecting his soul from his body? Would that be the kind of thing I'd be aware of as a possibility?
Can you make an Arcana check?
Yes, I can.
You have no idea. You have no idea whether or not it would trap him, or if it wouldn't trap him. You don't know if it's a one-way trip or not. Again, this is divine magic, but what is going on here, with him traveling through
It's like plenty of projection
to another location. You don't know how it links together.
Yeah, I don't know how this kind of magic works at all, but being divine, it's kind of subject to the whims of the gods.
Okay.
That's how I don't understand it.
You could ask the cleric. I mean, he might not know, but you could ask him.
Yeah, I turn to the cleric. I'm like, if we were to try and sever the connection, to say, we want to try and bring him back immediately, is there any risk of us disconnecting his soul from his body?
Unfortunately, I don't know. I've never really had anyone use... I knew this spell would be able to do what I wanted it to do. I've never really tried it via somebody using an object to get to where they needed to go. So this is kind of unmarked territory. But
I kind of thought of something about priests being useless.
You listen here, buddy.
Don't you?
I healed your wounds. I have given you this service.
And you don't have enough foresight to understand the own magic which you wield. That is what your faith gets you.
Do you understand
no
your
understanding,
magic?
just blind faith.
I will deal with you once this has been sorted. And he just turns in his face towards Malak.
Yeah, I'll give him another minute. I'm just counting it in my head.
Alright, so back to Malak. So you've had your swipe, you've staggered. What are you gonna do?
So, I'm concerned for my own safety. Now, last time, to get out, I hit one of the rocks with my axe. Now that I can see that these rocks are everywhere, I am gonna just, coldly stare Dragon in the face, do an intimidate check, and say, I will be seeing you again, and then I'll swing my axe at one of the nearest black rock.
Cool. Okay, so...
I doubt I can intimidate a black dragon, but since I've got such a stupid bonus in it, I may as well try.
Okay, try to intimidate the black dragon. Let's see how you go.
If only Django was there to help, he would crit.
Totally.
Yeah, still going. I think we're going to go for a break soon. So you've tried to intimidate him, and you've gone to hit the closest rock, the closest crystal rock. He giggles at you, I imagine you're trying to roar and snarl at him. Then you say your words. He giggles at you,
You know, just like, ooh.
Yeah, he kind of like does like a dragon giggle, like.
A very giggly dragon, I've noticed.
Well, yeah. Well, it's not like a malicious giggle. It's not like it's a sinister giggle.
It's not like a little girly giggle, like.
I'm just imagining the most camp black dragon possible.
No, a girly giggle on a dragon would be even creepier.
That is sort of true.
Like, this dragon is so fucking camp.
So I'm guessing he didn't intimidate him then.
No, you didn't intimidate him.
It was a good shot, though.
But you've landed. You've gone to land your axe down, and you hit the crystal. Your axe has gone kind of like you've hit it, and nothing's happened. You're still there.
Oh, snap.
Oh, that's a worry.
He goes, "You don't understand the magic you've invoked. You have to find the crystal that you came through." And he does another black wave. Can I get you to roll another will save?
Oh, shit. Well, at least he told me how to get out, though. It's not going to be easy, but he did tell me how.
Michael, it's going to be hard finding a new player after Malak dies.
Yeah, pretty much.
I won't. Alright.
Tell me...
Black wave, though, it was more intense than what you've felt before. And once again, like, before it was hitting your back, this is hitting you front on, while you've done your swing.
Yep.
You kind of get thrown a little bit back. Can I get you to make an acrobatics check?
Ugh.
Just let me know when
That's
it's been
not going down well.
a minute time in meat space, and I'll hit the amulet.
In meat space.
There you go.
Cool.
Acrobatics check.
Oh, wow.
Your acrobatics check, that was bad. Wow, I didn't know you were that bad at it. Okay, so not only were you flung, you've been flung and you've rolled and you've tumbled, and you're face down at this present stage. You hear the thud of the dragon. He is pretty much back on top of you again. And while you are down on the ground, he is going for like a stab on top of you. Can I make you to make another will save?
Oh, these rolls are horrible.
Shit.
As he's come down, his claw, there is one question I wanted to ask, only because I haven't really discussed this with you before. You've been visited by, was it another goat or was it a stag?
No, it was basically a giant. It was like a were-goat. No, not a were-goat, like a dire goat.
Yeah, basically
like a giant
dire
goat.
goat, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So as he's come down, you can kind of like see out of like the corner of your eyes like a blinding light, and you hear him like roar in pain as you now see your goat standing actually above you. The goat that you've seen in your present visions.
Yeah, nice.
Was he the deity that extended it, maybe?
Oh, hey.
You see that he's kind of like the dragon's backed off, seen your goat, and going, "Why are you here?" And the goat doesn't even pay attention to him, looks down at you, and goes, "Child, I'm sorry. I tried to buy you more time. You have to go back now." And the light burns with brightness as it fills this room. You're essentially becoming blinded with bright light, and then snap, you're back in the room where you were with everyone else. You've noticed that the amulet that you're now holding just turns to dust in your hand as it.
Well, that was pretty epic.
And I'm going to call break because I really need to pee. So,
Do I get this straight? And your Patronus is a giant badass goat.
Oh yeah, you haven't been there for any of those sessions. That's right.
no.
I don't know about the goat god.
So basically, like, I'm connected to
Anyway,
the battle
I'm going,
spirit.
so I will be
Yeah,
back
cool.
in about 15 minutes.
No worries.
So, are we guys good to continue?
Yeah.
So, Derelict, you've returned back to the room. The amulet has turned to dust. You've instantly collapsed onto your back, like you've actually just fallen over. It seems to have drained you a lot being over there this time, where you didn't feel it last time. You're just mentally drained. You guys, you see that he's returned. He seems to be out of breath, breathing quite heavily. Doesn't seem to have any physical wounds or anything onto him. You see the amulet turn to dust, and you see him just collapse into the floor.
I guess I'll just like pick him up and just try and wake him up, or not like physically pick him up, but just get his head, I suppose.
Yeah. Are you still awake? He's just... He looks like he's been... what's the word? He just looks a little bit exhausted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I'm just like drained and exhausted. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you
Just
really need to
unconscious,
sleep.
but I just like you're just like so tired, can't even like hold your own weight anymore.
Yeah.
I'd maybe just ask him what he saw.
I didn't get to look around at all. The connection was so much stronger, and his power was so much stronger this time. I don't know. I don't think I would have come back if it wasn't for the battle spirit.
Battle spirit? What is that?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
My guiding spirit. The power of which is, I don't know, infused in Django. What makes him so fierce in battle?
Okay.
That spirit is what guides me. And in
Are
this
you
case,
telling me that
protected
you're-
me.
Are you telling me your pet goat is some kind of divine avatar?
Django comes up and licks you. Making sure you're...
Nah.
Hang on a second,
and with the
guys.
mention
My
of his
headset's going
name,
flat.
he kind
Hang
of...
Very dark indeed. What?
On charge.
Okay. What I was going to say is, when you were asking about Django being his spirit, after he's licked and made sure his master is okay, he does look at you like he understood exactly what your question was. Kind of gives a little nod.
I'm just like, I just look a tad puzzled back. Like, like you don't see that every day.
No. You gotta remember, none of you guys have really talked to each other about each other, so you really still know nothing about what type of class you guys are, your personalities, what your abilities are, who you guys are, and what you guys can do. You guys have just kind of conveniently joined up as a group, and has done some adventures together. Tegan, the other member of your party, who has spent most of her time with Moat, isn't there. So you three are really kind of strangers to each other still.
Well, priest, what do you make of it?
So, I'll just say, the dragon, still didn't divulge any information, and he came at me. And when I tried to hit the black stone to leave, I couldn't. He told me I had to hit the right one, but there were black stones everywhere.
Do you know like the room that you were in, or cavern? You said it was cavern the first time. Do you know any more information? This is Michael asking you.
Yeah. It was a ginormous cavern. I could tell now that it was man-made,
So more of a
I
hole.
think maybe some kind of mine or something. It was definitely a cavern underground, but you could tell the walls and the ceiling were being held up with beams.
Okay, the only mines I know of are very far east. And there's another town, like another big mining town there. Weird that we'll be plagued by this dragon all the way over here. There must be something in between there and here that I don't know about.
Yeah, that's really all I could get. He didn't give me much of an opportunity to explore.
Well, I mean,
Did
I
you say
think.
anything about who? Like why he was doing this, or if there's others, or if it's just him?
All he said is when I asked him what he wants, he just said that he wants this town, and he wants everything.
Everything.
Dragon.
But no, he did not divulge his motives.
To be
What's
honest,
so important about this town?
Being a dragon, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just pure power-hungry nonsense.
Was the dragon definitely black?
He was definitely black. Whether he is actually a black dragon, I don't know. But he was a big black dragon with piercing red eyes.